Party people, how are we doing today? Happy Friday. Hopefully I am live. Hopefully you can hear me. Hopefully you can see me. Hopefully I'm not lagging out. How are we doing? How are we doing? Excuse me. I'm still a little bit sick. Like, I think I'm on like the last day where I get like coughs and sniffles and stuff. So I do apologize. But hello. Hello. Just wanted to jump on and say I'm here and right now I'm at work. Well, hello from work. Hello from work. Hello, people. I hope we are all doing well. We have, what, 3 days, including today, before the retreat starts. Scary. Scary. It's almost time. What is everyone going to be working on? Either today or for the retreat, or both. If this isn't like prep, if you're just gonna get started today, like, I get it. I get it. I personally will be trying to finish the rewrites of Project What today. The rewrites of the first half of Project What today. I have one more chapter left to completely rewrite. It should be about 2,000 or 3,000 words, I think. So it's going to be a lot of writing, but we're going to try. We're going to try our best. What is everyone else working on, though? Hello, hello. I'm working on. Oh, what is happening? Yeah, go ahead. I'm working on my project. Excuse me. Nowhere, Oregon. I have been so behind because of motivation and exams. I feel you. I feel you, but I believe in you. What is your project about? Nowhere, Oregon is. I like that title. I like that. I'm intrigued. Papyrus is updating, I guess. What is happening? Okay, we'll let it do that. I'm here to start the party. I brought drinks. Thank you so much. I appreciate. I appreciate. I told myself I'd reach 50K by Sunday, so that's what I'm working towards. Nice. What are you at? What are you at? How many words is it to reach 50K? Today I'm working on the outline because I rebooted the project the other day. Nice. I'll try and listen as I'm working at the main gym on the Fairchild Air Force Base here in Spokane, Washington. Oh, okay. Well, I hope you can stick around. I'm working on my literary novel, Project Blunt Dreams, about a cult. Love. Love, love, love. Like cleaning up my desk as midstream. I didn't realize how much stuff was around me. I was so locked in on the stream. Okay. We're good. Oh my god. I'm gonna be coughing this whole time. I did take medicine, but sometimes it decides when it wants to work. Oh, also, this is why I was late today. Oh, Gigi's here. Hi, Gigi. I went to 7 Brew before the stream, and it took a little longer than I was expecting. Gigi, you have to get out of... I can't see the chat. Gigi. Yes, I'm talking to you. Why? 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 Come on. Come here. Why do I... All right. Let's see what she does. Oh my god, girl, move. I need to read the chat. Gigi, Sam, thank you very much. Hello, I'm going to be creating an outline for a new vampire novel I've had in my brain for a bit. Exciting. Love a good vampire story. It's a murder mystery that's kicking my butt right now with themes of sapphic romance and trying to get out of small town America, currently at 47,000 words. Ooh, I like that. I like that. Well, good luck. 3K? Not too bad. That's 1,000 words a day. At this point, right? You got this. Hello, hello. Kitty cat. She will be back. She will definitely be back. One day I will have a cat. One day. Trust me, that's what I was telling myself for ages. And then about a year and a half ago, I finally got one. Hi, what are your thoughts on Way of Kings? It's so good. It's so good. Actually, I'm obsessed. I am, oh my god. I'm about to start the third book. I have a few books I want to read before I start the third book, simply because I have the audiobooks for those other books. So I'm going to read those first, and then I'm going to read Oathbringer. But I do, I do kind of want to slow down because I learned that Brandon Sanderson is taking a 10-year break before writing the next book in the series. I don't know how true that is. I saw it on TikTok, so I'm not gonna totally believe it. But if any of you guys can tell me like he actually said that, I don't want to wait 10 years. I don't want to finish the series that is already written and then wait 10 years. I'm not gonna remember what happened. I'm not gonna know. Like, so I might try and space out the rest of the series like a little bit. Not maybe not, but I am obsessed with the Way of Kings right now. I'm just tearing through it. The Wi-Fi isn't all that good, so I can only get service in the front of the gym. Oh no! Oh no! It might also be me. You guys have to let me know if I start lagging out or, you guys can't hear me or see me or anything. Because I am testing this new Wi-Fi that I have at my new place. We're in the new place, by the way. But yeah, let me know if it suddenly just like dies. That'll be good to know. My goal as a writer is to one day publish a space fantasy that will supplant Star Wars. That's my ambition. I feel you. I feel you. I really want to. I just want to create a story like so big and epic that people are like, how did she come up with that? How did she figure that out? Like, I want people to call me crazy. That's what I want. He wrote like 5 of them, and the series is planned to have 10. I don't think he's actually gonna stay away that long. Okay, that's what I'm thinking. I'm like, 10 years is a long time. Like, I can tell myself I'm taking a break from a project as much as I want, but if it's calling to me, it's calling to me. So I'm like, is he really? Is he really gonna stay away for 10 whole years? Like, I don't know. But yeah, there are 5 right now. If there's gonna be 10, I'm sad. I will be reading all 10. I just hope they come out a little sooner than 10 years, because I might have a family by that time, and I don't know if I can read 5 more Way of Kings sized books at that point in my life. I don't know. Have you read Mistborn? I have. I have. Mistborn is peak. I was thinking maybe of rereading it because I read it in high school, and I don't remember much from high school, like just in general. I remember loving it. I remember loving Mistborn, but some of the specific plot points I don't really remember, and I'd like to, because it's a series I read and I dedicated many months to. Um, so I might reread that one too, but there are so many deaths. There's so many deaths in that series that I'm like, I don't know if I want to relive those. I don't know if I want to experience that again, especially the end of the book or the end of the series. Like, I don't know if I'm strong enough. I don't know if I'm strong enough. Yeah, I might not watch some of the video because when I go back to where the bathrooms are, the Wi-Fi cuts off. No. Oh, hallway noise. You guys might hear a lot of that. But we'll miss you. We'll miss you. Can't wait for Miss Bourne to come back. I am so excited for the movie. I'm so excited to, like, that Apple TV like bought the rights to Cosmere. Like, it's gonna be insane. It's gonna be insane. I'm hoping for all the best. I'm trying to keep my expectations low, but I can't help but get a little excited. What do you use to handwrite your drafts? Do you use notebooks or loose leaf ruled paper? I personally use ruled paper. I used to use notebooks. I used to use notebooks a lot. Now I use this guy, a Supernote Nomad tablet. That is what I use to handwrite my drafts. 10 years sounds awful, and then I remember how fast time flies. That's very true. That's very true. Especially if you're working on other stuff. It's like, if you're busy, it goes by in a blink of an eye, but like, I can't wait that long. I cannot wait that long. Based on the pacing, I have read the last few books. Like, I finished Way of Kings and then immediately finished Words of Radiance. I might finish the series, like what it's written up to right now, by the end of this year, or even sooner, maybe. Um, and I'm like, I can't sit with the first half of the series for 10 years and be retaining all that information. Like, I'm sorry, I'm not that bright. It's just not going to happen. And you want me to reread them? You want me to reread them to recall what was happening? I don't think that's possible. There's an official D&D character book and world guide if you want more Rashar content. Ooh, I'm intrigued. I might have to. It'd be really good, like, world building research too, to see like what he's put into his world. It's like, oh, I didn't think of that. Maybe I should pick that up. Aespa? Aespa dropped today? Is that a K-pop group? Sounds familiar. I am not well versed in the lore of K-pop. I apologize. Okay, but I think it might be time to start our first sprint. Spent the last 10-ish minutes, almost 15, talking about Brandon Sanderson. I feel like it's inevitable. But what range do we want to work in? We will be using the number generator, of course, but how much control do we want to give the sprint gods today? Why would you send me to AI mode first? Get out of my face. Oh my god. Genuinely, do not do that to me. Ew. Sorry? There's a whole Kickstarter. They're releasing Mistborn stuff in September. Ooh, okay. Period. Yeah, I think I might have to reread Mistborn. Because it was, oh, it's, I do love those characters. Like Vin. Vin is my girl. Like, that's actually twin. And I miss her. And I miss her a lot. I don't know. I don't know. That's a big investment. But with an audiobook, it's not that bad. The only reason I've gotten through Way of Kings, or, you know, the the series up to the point that I read so fast is because of the audiobook. I literally listened to it at 3 times speed while reading along with the physical version. Otherwise, that book would probably take me like 3 months to read. Like, I do not read fast enough for those size books. Maybe from 15 minutes to get started up to maybe 45. I like that. I like that range. We'll start with a smaller range. Maybe we'll start with like 15 to 25 for the warm up, and then I will bump it up to 45 for the rest of the stream. So we have, at least we get one semi warm up sprint, and then we'll have chaos. Hello, hello, welcome. I agree, minimum 15, max 45. Same, it would have taken me forever otherwise. You get me. You get me. And the audiobook is so good. The narrators are like they're so good. So I can't be mad. Did you read the entire series? The Mistborn series I have. Or Mistborn, I've read the original trilogy, not the second one. Oh, YouTube is not responding. What is happening? I don't know what's happening there. Oh, buffering. Okay, well, sorry. I've read the entire original Mistborn trilogy. Um, I have not read the second age, or I don't know what it's called officially, but the one that's like a larger series. I have not read that one. Um, but once I finish The Way of Kings, or what's written of The Way of Kings, I might have to read that second Mistborn series, like to get my Brandon Sanderson fix. I might have to do it. I normally do 30 to 60-minute sprints and 10 minutes of break as I need to take care of my 16-month-old baby girl. Oh, baby. But that does make sense. Please take care of your child. Please take care of your child. But 30 to 60-minute sprints is hardcore. That's crazy. I feel like the longest I can sprint and I like gotta be in like a flow state, it's like 45 minutes. Like that's the best I can do. That's all I got. Okay, but anyways, let's go here. Where is... Why is it not coming up? There we go. Okay. Figured it out. Everything's fine. Highly recommend at least looking at the first book after Hero of Ages. Ooh, okay. I will look into it. I will look into it. Sorry I wanted to join so badly, but my dad, brother-in-law, and nephew have come to visit for my new kitchen. Well, congrats on new kitchen. Sorry you couldn't be here. We'll catch you next time. We will get him next time. Okay, but let's see what we get here. 15 minutes to 25 minutes. It'll be a mild sprint no matter what, but okay. Okay. That's not bad. That is not bad at all. We could do 20 minutes. We could do 20 minutes. I believe in us. Where is my... Okay. I know how to use OBS. I swear. How long do you outline books starting to draft a book, and what do you... Before starting to draft a book, and what do you like to tackle first? How long do I usually outline? I feel like it really depends. Like, for zero draft stuff, I usually try to take it slow because if I rush the outline at that point, it can get really bad. And then I don't write the book because the outline sucks. I feel like for a while, like maybe like a couple weeks to like a month, I'll just sort of pick at it. I'll add what I like. And then like the final week before I want to write the book, I like, what are you doing? All right, whatever. No. Back it up, lady. What was I saying? Oh, but like the final week before I like want to write the book, I get like this huge wave of inspiration, and I will fill in all the gaps and make sure everything makes sense. So it's really just on like a whim. I feel like if I really locked in, I could outline a book in like a week or two, but usually I don't like to do that because then the outlines usually not very good. Like it's usable, but it's not great. What do I like to tackle first though? Uh, Probably the main like 3 points. Like I need to know the catalyst, I need to know the midpoint, and I need to know the climax. Like those are the first things I tackle, and then I sort of build the outline around that. And maybe the like opening, like how we introduce everything. Because that's also quite important. GG. I am not gonna get anything done. You guys can't see her. There she is. Yeah, they're looking at you. She's so clingy. Yep, it's cutting out because I'm in the custodian closet in the back towards the bathrooms, the normal bathrooms. Uh, I don't, DVR, locker bathrooms, and the locker room bathrooms, and the pool. Uh-oh. Well, rip. Rip, rip, rip. Kitty wants to write too, she does. Oh, piece of paper stuck to her butt. That's nice. Alright, well, hopefully she finds a place to sit so I can actually write. Okay, let's do this. Is everyone ready? Everyone has something to drink, something to eat. Water. Water is important. And we're gonna get started. That's we're not in the final sprint. 1 second. Oop. There we go. Let's not lie. We're doing 1 sprint today. Good luck, everyone. Just kidding. Okay, let's do this though. 20 minutes on the clock. Good luck, everyone. Do good. I need to even open my project. Oh, there's an update. I forgot. Okay, well, I'll figure out what the update was to Papyrus Author, and then I will hopefully write. Alright, but good luck, everyone. Because we are starting in 3, 2, 1, go! Go, 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 go. Good luck. Woo! Beep 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 beep. Beep 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 beep. How did we do? How did we do on the first sprint? I did like 97 words, 94. I got 94 words in 20 minutes because I could not figure out how I wanted to continue this scene. Editing sucks. Editing is hard. And I am ill. Where did I leave off in the chat? Oh, so are characters a major part of figuring out your beginning, middle, and end? I think so. Well, actually, when I put major plot points in those points, like at maybe not the opening. The opening needs to be very character heavy because that's where we learn about the characters. But like the midpoint, the climax and stuff, at least for a lot of my projects, which are more like worldly, I guess it's a very large scale story. Um, I feel like the midpoints and the climaxes are more things that aren't completely in my character's control. So it's like it's not completely character based what happens at those points. Um, but we do see, how it affects the characters and everything, obviously. But yeah, I feel like those points are usually not super like I don't want to say character motivated because then it sounds like I don't know how to write, but like there are things that my characters aren't dictating super strongly. So I guess the answer is no. When I work on a book, I first find names for my cast, world building, and then outline my novel. Currently working on one of my 11 projects. Real. That is real. Characters, characters, characters. I feel like I start with world building and then I do characters because characters are tough. Characters are tough. And if I have world building, then at least I have a world that I can put them in. It makes it slightly easier for me. Are you? Oh, are you gonna do a video next week? Do you mean a stream? Do you mean stream? I'm on vacation for next weekend. It's Comic-Con here. Ooh, nice. Yes, I do plan on streaming next week. Hopefully on Saturday again. We'll see how busy June is, but I do want to actually stream for the retreat. Cause like it's the retreat. Like, come on. I'm going to see if most of my coworkers will like to do a story with me because I did a page full of different fantasy names that goes with my two names, Cassie Jane Birch, Birch, and Lisa Fowler. Nice. I just woke up, so I started with my journal entry for the for the day. Oh my god, I sound crazy, but period. 442 words, nice. Outline 3 chapters, roughly 450 words. Getting major vampire Deadpool vibes. Love that. Love that. Next sprint, I will be working on my script. I want to write it as a book because I realized writing it as a script was not working. Felt. I literally only know how to write books. Put me in any other medium and I'm out. Like, I genuinely do not know how to do it. So good on you for trying. Uh, that is also real. I've been wanting to write like screenplays and stuff, but it's eluding me. I do not know how to write anything except for novel length projects. Ooh, let me change the number generator. Now we're going big boy. We're gonna do 15 to 45, and that's just gonna be our range for the rest of the stream. Okay. I feel like I asked this already, but what is everyone working on? Is what we're working on today going to be a retreat project, or are we just goofing? Are we just having fun? What's going down? What's going down in Writer Town? BRB. We'll see you soon. We will see you soon. I graduated with a film degree. I can do both script writing, both, but script writing is just not as fun to me as novel writing. I see. Okay. That makes sense. I feel like my problem always with like writing screenplays and scripts and stuff is that you are told not to write flowery language, obviously, because like, that's the whole point of the movie is they put the flowery. Um, but I'm a very descriptive writer. Um, and a lot of what I write, like I have to write the description of where we are, or else I get lost in the scene, like my own scene. Um, and that is what tends to stop me is the fact that like you don't really describe much. It's just dialogue, dialogue, dialogue. I'm not very good at dialogue. Not one of my strong suits. Like maybe I'll get over it. Maybe I'll get over it because I would like to learn how to um write screenplays one day, but sorry, I like description. I like description too much. 371 words. I got an ad near the middle and got super scared. Apologies. Apologies. I tried to keep the ad breaks. No, YouTube auto inserts ads, and I put it on the lowest setting. So hopefully it doesn't happen too much. I apologize. I made it finally. Hi all. Oh my god, hello. Long time no see on the streams. On the streams. How have you been? How have you been? Just for fun, it's been eating meat doesn't have an outline yet. I plan on working on my dragon novel for the retreat. I see, I see, I see. I feel you though. That is how I feel right now with Project Cosmos, the fantasy project like I just started coming up with. It's like eating at me that I don't have an actual plot for it, or like something close to like a plot that I can work on. Um, so I've been sort of chipping away at that and trying to find the like through line of the entire series, the problem that we're trying to solve. It's not been easy. It has not been easy at all. I don't know what I'm doing at all. Opening the outline right now. I really should not. I should be working on project what? Not on this new project. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. I might work on my fan fiction for this one instead of planning my project because I don't have my laptop with me, or maybe I'll study for my math test. We shall see. Felt. Felt. Perhaps math test. Just a thought. I started outlining Project Ice Figure and Enemies to Lovers romance novel. Yes, love. I'm new. What's this retreat you were mentioning? Oh, it is well, after NaNoWriMo crashed and burned, everyone was sort of looking for something to do, like writing community wise. So that December, after NaNoWriMo got shut down, I ended up hosting a winter writers retreat, which was like sort of a replacement for like a camp NaNoWriMo. But instead of just being 1 month, it was 2 months. It was January and December and January. Um, and that was so much fun that we ended up doing it again for the summertime, which same thing. It's kind of Camp NaNoWriMo-y, but it's 3 months long. It'll be June, July, and August. Um, so the retreat is basically just a Discord server and some live streams and some vlogs. Um, it's a writer challenge thing. It's just a little event that I host twice a year. It's a lot of fun. If you are not there, you should totally join because it'll be very fun for the summer. Wrote 220 words. Nice. I already studied today, so technically I could write now. Oh, I mean, you didn't tell me that. You should write. Write to reward yourself. Hello, hello. How are you doing? How is it going? um, I do have a video about the retreat as well, if you want like all of the actual information. Um, it's one of the more recent ones. When did I post that? When did I post that video? Yeah, it's the fourth most recent video I have posted. If you want to know more about it than my, quick little spiel. All right. Are we ready to see what our next sprint is going to be, though? I'm a little scared. Oh, not that. We got the big old range now. Let's see. Okay, 15 minutes to 45 minutes. Let's see what the sprint gods want. Go. Oh, okay. Well, that was dramatic. That was overly dramatic. 23 minutes instead of 20. Wow. Clues. Okay. That sounds fun. Thank you. Of course. Of course. I would encourage you to join. It's a lot of fun. It's really just like we come together and all talk about writing. It's not like write 50,000 words or like you fail. Like it's some people don't even have like goals for the retreat. It's mostly just I want to write. I want to write for the next 3 months, which valid. Like I get it. I'm just chilling after having a little morning adventure running errands. I should work on my story, but will my brain start working enough for that? Who knows? Real. Especially after like a long morning. Like, no thanks. I want a nap. I want to go to bed. The day's over. We're done. Okay. But let's do this. Not just yet. Okay. That sprint like is perfect because I was planning on going to sleep soon anyways. Period. Period. We have one sprint. One sprint in ya, and then it's nighttime. I felt that. I felt that. It's like 11:45 in the morning right now. It's fine. It's fine. Okay. Anyways, let's do this. 23 minutes on the clock. Good luck, everyone. Hopefully I can actually finish this scene this time around. It's just a little bit of dialogue. And then I'm done. So we'll see. Anyways, let's just jump in. Let's not worry about it. Let's just do it. Good luck, everyone. Because we are starting in 3, 2, 1, go. Go, 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 go. Good luck. Woo! Beep, 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 beep. I completely lost track of time there. My apologies. We did the second sprint. How did it go? How did we do? I finished the scene I was on. We did it. So now I have 3 scenes left in this part of Project What, and I am done with the edits. I am done with the edits. Thank you, God. Thank you, God. How did everyone else do? I feel like as the morning has gone on, I've just started sounding more and more sick. I don't understand. I don't get how that can happen. Why? Why me? You know? But it's okay. We're gonna thug it out. We're gonna get through the stream. We're gonna write good words. It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be great. I'm almost done with my flashcards, and I might stay for a little more so I can get them done. Also, YouTube somehow thinks I'm on a different account, but it's me, Eli, I promise. Yes. I thought as much. I don't actually, I don't know how many different accounts you have, but I've seen this one before, so I don't know. I don't know. I did a spread in my reading journal for the very much not good book that I finished reading this morning, and then it was just on Tumblr. Real. What was the book? What was the book? Now I need to know. I feel like I've only read bangers lately. I'm kind of happy about it. Now I need to go look at my reading list. I feel like I'm not a very critical reader, though. Like, trust me, there are some books that I'm like, yeah, this sucked. Like, why did I waste my time reading this? But most of the time, I'm like, wow, that was pretty good. That was pretty good. Look who's back. That is my straw, you freak. Excuse me. Um, I have too many accounts, I fear. Oh, it's working now, finally. We're good. We're good. GG. Nose juice on my face. Awesome. OMG, I want to know the title too. We need to know. What's the book? I need the tea. I need to know what book not to read, which one to avoid. I don't want to put it on blast because it's a self-published book, and you know, self-published author solidarity. But it's one that's been languishing in ebooks I got for free for years. I see. I see. Okay. Yeah. Self-published solidarity. I don't gotta know. I don't gotta know. As an embarrassingly still frequent Wattpad reader, as long as the plot doesn't suck, I'll eat it up every time. Exactly. I feel like even if the the plot kind of sucks, if it's good characters, I don't care. I could literally not care less. But I feel like usually the thing that ruins a book for me is the characters. Like if you don't have a character that I can sympathize with and root for, like I'm out. I'm out. Like even characters that are supposed to be like unlikable, like usually GG. I'm trying to talk here. Um usually even those unlikable characters have traits that you could be like, okay, I understand where they're coming from, or like it's like, okay, I get why they are the way they are. But sometimes people just write characters that are like annoying for no reason, and I'm like, okay, well, I'm not finishing this book because now you've pissed me off. Like I'm actually good. Reach chapter 9 on the outline, about 350 words. Nice. Um, yeah, I could deal with a bland or not quite sensible plot if the characters are well crafted. Exactly. It's like as long as I'm having a good time, like hanging out with the characters, I don't care what they're doing. I don't care. Like I'm here for the vibes, but if you're an annoying character, if you're an unjustifiable character, get out of my face. I'm done. I'm done with the book. I need one handsome character to obsess over, and I'm good. You could write anything you want after that. Real. That is real. I need one handsome, one character that's like charming enough that I'm like, okay, yeah, you've got to be attractive. But sometimes they get described in the book as like not being particularly attractive, and I'm like, no, you're wrong. You're actually incorrect. I know what the character looks like, and you don't. So, thanks though. Thanks for the suggestion, but I will not be taking it. What was I gonna? Oh, the whole thing about like having good characters though. I feel like sometimes the characters that I like the characters that I write and stuff, I feel like sometimes do not mesh with a lot of other people. I feel like I talked about this in a different stream before, but it's kind of makes me kind of sad. But the characters that I base off of myself the most, like the ones that I feel like I have the closest connection to, the ones that are closest to being like self insert, I don't write self inserts for the most part. But these characters are like what is the closest to me. Every time I get beta feedback on those characters, they're like, I didn't really like this character. She's kind of annoying. She's kind of mean. I'm like, okay. Well, I got news for you, buddy. But so maybe like my taste in characters, like the characters that I tend to like, is a little off the beaten path of most people. Um, because the characters I like to write apparently aren't very likable. I guess when my books are out there in the world, you guys will have to tell me. Um, but yeah, usually like a slight majority of people that read my projects, the characters that are most like me, they're like, yeah, I didn't really like her that much. I was like, oh, cool. That's good to know. So, what do you think about me? That's the real question. I listened to one song the entire time, wrote about 200 words. Love that. Honestly, when you get into the flow state with literally like one song on loop, that's method. Like that is how it gets done. Like you're in one space, you're in one scene, you're in one song. That's all you need. That's all you need. Oh my god, I need to blow my nose. I'm going on mute. Okay, I think we're good. Ew. Sorry. This stupid cold will not leave me alone at all. Okay. Anyways, that is not what we need. We need this. Are we okay? Cool. Let's see what our third sprint's gonna be. How long have we been sprinting so far? Only an hour and a half. Okay, so we have time. We're gonna do a couple more sprints. Okay, let's see what this one's gonna be though. Oh, are we only allowed to be in the lower 20s? Like, what's going on? What is happening? We were from 20 to 23 to 21. Cool. Well, if you like 20-minute sprints, you're in luck today. That's all we've got. That is all we have. Okay, let's let's jump in though. I'm actually kind of scared. These last few scenes that I'm uh, rewriting here are completely new, or like I'm completely scrapping them and restarting them, it's a big investment. That's gonna be a lot. I might just work on Project Cosmos for a minute, not write my book, my other book. Project what? My other book, the book. Um, just give myself a little brain break with the rewriting and do some outlining. I don't know. We'll see. Okay, let's do this though. 21 minutes on the clock. Good luck, everyone, because we are starting in 3, 2, 1, go. Go, 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 go. Good luck. Woo! Beep, 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 beep. Beep, 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 beep. We did it. Sprint number 3? Sprint number 4. I know, I know. I think it's 3. How did we do? How did we do? I'm gonna go to sleep now since I finished my flashcards. I hope everyone else has an amazing stream. Good night. You're probably gone. I don't know when that was posted, but congrats on finishing the flashcards. We will see you later. It looks like I was crying. I wasn't crying. It was a yawn, guys. I swear. Anyways, that entire sprint I worked on Project Cosmos, trying to come up with a good plot. Trying to come up with something interesting. And I think I did. I think I'm coming up with something that could be very fun to work with. It's got a cool magical twist in it. But I was kind of halfway through figuring that out when the sprint ended, so when the next one starts, you know what I'm going to be working on. I actually did work on my project. Let's go! Congratulations. That's strong. You're strong for that. A morning of errands would have killed my creativity. But let's freaking go. Let's see. Oh, also, I think we're gonna do 2 more sprints, depending on what happens, because I do have to do some stuff for the rest of today, unfortunately. But depending on how long the next sprint is, we might do 1 more, but if it is still in the 20s, we'll do 2 more. Yeah. I wrote about 300 words. I'm now slightly short on my goal, but I'm so tired I can't continue. Valid. Very, very valid. Oh my god. Okay, there we go. Only 160 words, but fed myself, so I consider that a win. As you should. As you should. What'd you eat? What did you eat? The people need to know. 381 words, started a new scene, and I realized that it's going to be longer than intended. Felt. That's how I feel with all of Project What lately. I'm like, oh, every scene is over 1,000 words. Awesome. That is not what I need right now. Like, let me see what it's standing at right now. We're at the midpoint. We'll be at the midpoint in the 1 chapter, and it's already sitting at 115,000 words. 115,000 words. And I still haven't rewritten up to the midpoint, so it's probably gonna be at like 116, maybe 117K before I even get to the midpoint of the book. What are we doing? What are we doing? Guys. So this is my last sprint. Good luck, everyone. Great work today. Great work today. Rest up. Rest up, king. Veggie spring rolls with a sweet sauce. That sounds delightful. Love that. Let's see. I actually do need to count up my words for the outlining I'm doing. I can't remember what I added and what I didn't, or what was already here. That's not good. I'll figure it out later. I'll figure it out. Let's see. How is everyone's... Actually, I don't even know if anyone is participating, but is anyone participating in Millwordy? Am I the only crazy one? Anyone here, please? Because I am extremely behind on Millwordy, but I'm trying my best, okay? I'm trying my darndest. I was trying to figure out what my main character's main motivation is prior to the story, and I was like, what if the motivation is trying to find a higher purpose instead of her already working towards one? Ooh, okay. So it's like she's like, what do I even do? Like, let me find something to do. I'm back. Welcome back. Have you released anything yet, or are you close to releasing anything? I do not have anything out yet. Um, Currently, one of my books, which I want my the book that I want to be my debut novel. There we go. Um, is currently out with beta readers at the moment. Um, so I'm gonna get feedback on that, see how close it is to being publishable, because I personally think it's quite close. I think, I mean, the story is pretty set. I'm sure there's like some rewriting stuff I need to do. Um, but I feel like there's no major plot changes that need to be done there. So that's the closest I am. That's the closest, as in probably like another couple years. But relatively speaking, that's the closest. Participating in what? Participating in Millwordy. It's 1 million words in 1 year. Yeah. I am extremely behind right now. I am about a third of the way to a million, and we're almost 6 months into the year. So I'm gonna have to lock in. Um, with how much reading I'm doing, because I'm counting my reading words as well, uh, I might be able to do it, but I also might just need to lock in during the retreat and force myself to catch up. Skull emoji is correct. Yeah, it's. I didn't. The first time I participated in Millwordy was like 2021 or 22, something like that, and I didn't even hit it then. I think I got 700,000 words. Um, so I don't even know if I'll be able to hit the million. I really want to. I think that would be so cool to be like, look, I wrote 1 million words this year. Um, but at the rate we're going, does not seem like it's gonna happen. But I'm gonna keep my hopes high. Keeping my hopes unrealistically high. Ain't no way. Yeah, probably not. Probably, you're probably right. No, I'm far from ready for 1 million words in a year. Valid. Valid. Yeah, I feel like maybe the only time that I could have actually wrote 1 million words in a year was like 2020. I wasn't in school. I wasn't old enough to work. All I did was read and write and make YouTube videos. Um, I think that was the closest probably that I've ever gotten to 1 million in 1 year, but I didn't track all those words. Like I wasn't tracking much of anything. That was like my first real year that I ever like wrote. So I don't know, but that's probably the closest I've ever gotten. Okay, but 700K is still insane, TBH. I guess that is true. It's still a lot of words, but it was real sad that I could not hit the million. We'll see. We'll see. I'm gonna be locked. I'm gonna lock in. If we come back December 31st and I actually hit 1 million words, that'll be insane. Wishing you luck. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. I need all the luck I can get, actually. It's scary. It's scary, but we can do it. I believe in me. I think I'm the only one here doing Millwordy, so I believe in myself. That's it. Just me. I'm late, but I'm here. I'll be working on one of my historical romances instead of my main mystery romance. I got back into writing historical romance to get a semi break from my mystery romances. Real. Also, hello. We're about to start the next sprint, so you're right on time. I admire you for doing it. Definitely inspiring your videos is what got me back into writing. Well, I'm glad. I'm glad. That is what AuthorTube was for me, so I'm glad I can keep those vibes going. But thank you. Admiration for even attempting. I think that's the real spirit of Millwordy. It's like how many people are actually gonna hit it? Not many, but good on you for trying. um, I feel like I don't have the dedication in me to do all that tracking. That is very valid. I've set up some fail safes ish for the days like I'm not at my laptop, but I do write, and I still need to track. Like I very meticulously date all of my handwriting and stuff so that I can go back and track it. Because sometimes I do forget for like a couple days to put my word counts in, and it totally, messes everything up. But I think I figured out a system that works, and that I don't think I've missed any words yet. Hopefully. Um, I think the one thing that motivates me the most, like to keep tracking though, is the charts and stuff that I've made. Like the data collection, like seeing it visually. I'm like, I can't stop tracking because then the graph's gonna look stupid. And so far the graph does look pretty cool. There are some 0 word days that kind of, kill the vibe, but other than that, I think it looks really cool. So that's the thing that's keeping me going right now. I've been tracking my writing time since the start of the year, and it's like the most effort I could put into it. Hey, writing time, tracking time seems so much harder than tracking words. I know some people don't like tracking words or like thinking in terms of words because that turns your writing into just a number, but it's like I don't know what else to track. I'm a numbers person. Like I this is all I've got. But tracking writing time is very interesting. Oh my god. Excuse me. Maybe I'll have to try that someday, even though I feel like I'd totally fail at trying to track writing time. How do you track your word count on your laptop? I am tracking, or I have all of my stats and stuff in Google Sheets. Um, it's a fairly rudimentary tracking system. I'm not gonna lie, but it works for me. It's yeah, it's kind of chaotic, but I do love my spreadsheet. I love my spreadsheets just in general. I love a good spreadsheet. Like a total nerd. It's fine. But like actual like where do I get my word counts from? Lately I've been handwriting so much that I usually my word counts are just estimates. Like I'll just say like, oh yeah, this page is typically 300 words. So then I'll just count how many pages I've written and then multiply that by 300 and that's my word count. It's not a 100% accurate word count, but like I don't really care as long as I get to the million, you know? I use ellipsis and it tracks every edit with a timestamp, which helps when I forget to track my sprints. Oh, okay. I see, I see. I think Papyrus Author has something similar to that, but sometimes it gets messed up, especially if like you're copying and pasting. Like it's like I don't know when you put that in here, so I don't really trust it. I don't really trust it. Um, but I also don't trust myself to time track, so we're all losing here. I'm just gonna hope for the best. Okay, let's see what our next sprint is gonna be, though. Oh, there's my spreadsheet. If you guys wanted to see it, this is what my graph looks like so far for the year. Little sneak peek. Okay, anyways, let's see what our next sprint is. Will we stay in the lower 20s? Will we stay in the 20s? Just in general, let's see. Go. What is going on? Why are we not allowed to leave the 20s? It's so weird. Okay, well, 25 minutes. 25 minutes is our next sprint. We will do one more sprint after this. Hopefully the next sprint isn't the full 45. That would be awful. That would be terrible. But for right now, we're gonna do 25. Oh, we just said my connection like died. Are we good? Hold on. Oh, I think we're good. Okay, we're just gonna ball. We're just gonna ball. Google said only 20 something minutes at a time. That's all we get. That's all we're allowed. You can only do 20 minutes of work at one time. That's That's all you get. I'm not mad about it. Except that the sprint ended while I was halfway through my plot revelation. But that's okay. We can just pick it up. We can just pick it up and keep going. Okay, let's do this though. 25 minutes on the clock. Good luck, everyone. Because we are starting in 3, 2, 1, go. Go, 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 go. Good luck. Woo! Beep 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 beep. Beep 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 beep. That is it for our penultimate sprint. How did we do? How did we do? I low-key cooked in my space fantasy project. That is what I worked on the entire time. No Project What. Sorry, Project What. We'll get them next time. But how did everyone else do? Excuse me. Sleepy. Even though I drank most of this. Whatever. Whatever. Let me see. I had to do some math to get my pacing accurate. Lame. Lame. It's fine. Okay. Math is done though. So good. We're good. my biggest pet peeve when it comes to writing things that take place in space is people not realizing how much space is between objects. Like, people don't realize that it takes like literal weeks to get between like planets and everything, if not months. And I wanted to make sure I didn't do that, where it's like, oh, we see this thing fly by Earth, and then in like a couple hours it flies past the sun or something. Like, that's not how that works. Really, that's not how that works. So I had to do some math in the last like 30 seconds of of the sprint to make sure everything sort of lined up for myself. Did more character work, nice. 536 words and finished my scene. Let's go. Let's go. Crushing it with the word counts. I do need to work more on Project One. What if I don't want to? What if I don't want to do the edits? What if I just want to outline this new series? Like, God forbid. God forbid I don't want to edit. I think this new space fantasy is gonna be maybe 6 books, maybe 5. I feel like 5's a better number than 6, but for right now in my head, I'm like 6 books. I think I'm gonna shoot for 6. If not, we'll stick to 5. But it's kind of a lot. That'll If I do end up making it 5 or 6 books long, that will be the longest series I've ever tried to write ever. Because before, rest in peace, Project Quest was 4 books. So if I do actually end up writing this, then it'll be the longest the longest series I've ever created, I guess. Oh my god. 335 words and finish my outline at 13 chapters. Now I just gotta do the world building. Nice. Nice, nice. You got this. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. My current project is 7 books. See, I can't do that. I can't do that. I'm more I like when my writing's a little more cohesive, I guess. Like lately, especially, I have not even like dove dived, whatever, into like trilogy territory. Like, ever since I figured out Project What and Project Star were trilogies, that's it. Those are the only 2 trilogies I have, and all my other stuff is either a standalone or a duology. And then this project came around. And then this one came around, and now I think it's gonna be 6 books. So I don't know what happened there. I really don't. But I'm not used to big series. I feel like I don't have enough to talk about. feel like at a certain point, I'm like, yeah, I think I'm just pulling stuff out of thin air. That's me, personally. I'm not saying that about big series. I love big series, but personally, I don't think there's enough in my brain to do much larger series than what I'm attempting right now. We'll see if the series I'm proposing even ends up working. I don't know. I don't know. I might get to outlining and be like, and never mind. This is actually just going to be a trilogy. Are your projects connected in any way? Two of them are. Project What and Project Star take place in the same universe. They take place after the same history. They're at very different points in the timeline of that history, but they are two different outcomes of the same war, essentially. Those are the only ones that are connected, though. I would love to do some more connections between my projects, but those are the only two that are like they actually exist in the same universe, in the same timeline, sort of thing. All the other ones are like non-Earth fantasies, or like they're Earth. They take place on Earth, but like it's not really specified where. Yeah, I after I connected Project What and Project Star, that was kind of as far as I went. I was like, we're good. Let's clock out for the day. We did a good job. All my other ones, yeah, they they do not take place in any sort of consistent space. Earlier this year, I realized a project of mine that I thought was a trilogy actually worked so much better as a duology, and what a relief that was. That that is real. It's like, you know what? Maybe I don't have enough material for 3 books. I get that, though. A lot of the duologies that I've come up with recently, I was like, ooh, maybe it could be a trilogy. Maybe I can make a series. And I'm like, nope. There's really only two major story points that we can explore. Um, and that's it. I can't complain. Writing one entire less book. Let's go. Let's go. What do you mean outcomes of the same war? Like different locations of a war. It is the difference between how wealthy you were during the war. Because it was a world war. It was basically like World War III situation where nukes were dropped. The world basically ended. But if you were really rich during the war, you got tickets to live on a space station that was being developed during the war, and that is Project Star. If you were really rich during the war, which at the point we are in for Project Star, that's like thousands of years ago. Like that happened ages ago in terms of Project Star. But if you're really rich at the time of the war, then you end up in the Project Star timeline. But if you weren't, if you're just a regular guy, you end up in the Project What timeline, which is the people that survived on Earth, or the descendants of the people that survived on Earth. So, yeah, the different outcomes were how wealthy you were when the war was happening. Yeah. That is the difference. Very fun, very lighthearted stuff. I love writing. I love writing. Just being whimsical and silly. I should make a more whimsical and silly project, I feel. Everything I write just ends up being a lot more dark than initially intended. Uh, don't know why. I only have 2 standalone projects. Everything else, whoops. Everything else is a 3 to 8 book series. That is impressive. That is impressive. I wish I could write more series, but everything I come up with, it's a one and done story. It's a one and done story. Which I guess I shouldn't be totally mad about, but series are fun. Series are fun. I'm gonna get going since I have to get ready for a work meeting. Thanks for the sprints. Thank you for joining. Have fun in your work meeting, I guess. Try to. I don't. Yeah. Have fun. We'll see you next time. What? I don't know how to read. Okay, that's a really cool idea. I imagine a lot of thinkers coming from the people on Earth and imagine the people in space similar to Wall-E. Also reminds me of the 100. What's the 100? I've never heard of that. But yes, definitely. I do like playing with the ideas of how society's thinking, or like the overall thinking of the people has been shaped by the circumstances of, their ancestors. Like in both cases, the main characters of each series did not live through the war. They have no memory of the war because they were not alive. They were not even close to being alive. So it's fun to play with how they see the world because of how the generations before them shaped the world. You know what I mean? Getting all deep and philosophical, but it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. Little thought experiment. I need to see what's the 100. Sci-fi 7 seasons. Oh, okay. Wait. I can see. I see the resemblance. I might have to look into this show. Sounds very interesting. I barely wrote this last sprint. My mom ended up calling because she got my sister's recital recital rehearsal time mixed up. I was also dealing with my brother being my brother. I wrote a whopping 26 words. Love that. Love the family chaos. That is real though. That is very real. I'm going home this weekend. And I'm like, I need to finish. I need to finish the edits of Project What before June 1st. But because I'm going home, I don't know how that's gonna play out. I might not be able to finish it, but we're gonna hope. We're gonna hope and pray. It's a TV show where Earth's become uninhabitable, and after some time in space, resources are starting to run out, so they send 100 criminals down to Earth to see if they can return. Ooh, okay, I did not see that in the little Wikipedia article blurb that I read. That's really cool. Wait. might need to give it a watch. Okay, are we ready for our final sprint of today? Are we ready? I think I'm gonna cut down the time, even though we've been stuck in the lower 20s, but I don't want to end up with like a 40-minute sprint for our final sprint. So we're gonna make the upper range 30 minutes. That's gonna be the highest sprint we can get for our final sprint. Let's see. Nope, not that one. Not that one. There we go. Jesus. We figured it out. It's okay. Okay, 15 minutes to 30 minutes. Let's see what we get. Go. Of course. Of course. Right. The final sprint is the one where we actually break through the pattern. What's new? I should have known. The final scene twist, 29 minutes for our final sprint. I low-key might just use the final sprint to work on Project Cosmos still. That might be it. Because I'm kind of locked. I'm kind of locked on this project. Bad idea? Maybe. But it's okay. It's fine. I'll live with my own consequences. Oh my god. I also have a spicy scene coming up in the chapters, so in the chapter I'm in, so hopefully I can start it before I take my brother to practice. I believe in you. I believe in you. Okay, let's do this, people. Final sprint of the day. Hold on. Jesus. We're in the final sprint. Wow. Okay, let's do this. 29 minutes on the clock. Make it count. Make it worth it. You know what we didn't do this time around? Snippet sharing. We didn't do any snippet sharing. That's sad. We'll have to do snippet sharing during the retreat. I completely forgot about it. It's okay. We'll make up for it in future streams. Okay, anyways, let's do this final sprint. 29 minutes on the clock. Do good work and good luck because we are starting in 3, 2, 1, go. Good luck. Good luck. Beep, 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 beep. Just trying not to cough for the last one. Whatever. Beep, 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 beep. Beep, 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 beep. We're done. We did it. We did it. 3 hours and 15 minutes later, we're done with the sprints for today. How did we do? How did we do? What did I do? I started roughly, very, very, very roughly, outlining the 6 books of Project Cosmos. I got two and like a third books sort of figured out. They're not like ready to draft or anything, but getting my ideas down, trying to figure out the pacing. That's what's happening. How did everyone else do though? Can you guys see Gigi back there? She's right there. That's her. She found a place to sit. That was close enough to me, I guess, without being on the desk constantly. Why is she? Why are you looking away? Why are you being weird? You can see a little face. Little baby face. Whatever, whatever. Okay, at best, I mostly did some theory crafting. Hey, win is a win. Win is a win. I got to 8K in my draft. Nice. She rotated. She heard me laughing at her. I got 378 words. Sure enough, I started the spice scene. I may continue until I leave for baseball. For little bro. Period. Period. Get your words in. Get your words in. I got a total of 1,300 words for the outline of P Bite, but now I gotta go to work. No! Evil, evil, evil work. Well, 1,300 words. Nothing to sneeze at. That is a significant amount, so good job. Good job. All of that before work, too. Crushing it. Crushing it. Whew. I feel like that was a very productive stream. Like personally, I don't know about y'all, but I feel like I got a very nice amount of stuff done. I know more about this project that I really shouldn't be working on, but you know, we all. it's um it's good stuff, and I wrote one scene in Project One, so can't ask for much more. Hi, just stumbled upon your channel. What do you do? I write books. I write books and I study astronomy and I read and I stream and I stream. That's really just. All right, but great job, everyone. I think we're gonna wrap up here. I guess before we go, how was the connection? How was like the stream quality? Was I lagging out? Was I blurry? Was the audio weird at any point at all? Or were we chilling? Were we good? This is the last thing I need to know. I need to know if my Wi-Fi is fast enough for streaming or if I need to go find something new. What do we think? What do we thinky dink? I also apologize for all the sniffling and the coughing for today. By next week, when we're streaming for the retreat, oh my god, the retreat starts on Monday. Crazy. Okay, anyways, by the time we're streaming for the retreat, I should be over this. It should be gone. I promise. A bit of lagging, but not much. Okay, okay, that's good. I can live with a little bit of lag. There was a little stutter for me, but overall it was good. Okay. Okay. Because for the most part, like everything else, uh, this internet works pretty good, but I'm I know that streaming takes a lot of, bandwidth, so just want to make sure. Okay, but if there was only a little bit of lag, I think we're good. I think we're good for next week and into the far future, which is nice, which is exciting. Okay, but anyways, I think this is a good time to wrap up. Great job, everyone. Great work. Oh my god. Terrible outro. Just coughing up my lungs until I end stream. Um where is my okay, there we go. Jeez. Okay. Whew. I apologize that we were only able to do one prep stream for the entire prep month before the retreat started, but we will definitely be streaming more for for the retreat. Um, do you stream once a week? I used to stream every Saturday. Nowadays I try to do every other Saturday except for May because May was chaotic. I'm gonna try and stream as many Saturdays as I possibly can uh, in the next few months, since it'll be for the summer retreat. I'd like to, actually be here for it. So I definitely will be back next weekend. So look out for that. And also, retreat videos are going to be starting very soon. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. It's gonna be a good summer. I can feel it. But anyways, thank you guys so much for hanging out and writing, keeping me company. Um, if you are participating in the retreat, I wish you good luck. We've got 3 days until it begins, so it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a lot of fun. I will see you guys around. If you're in the Discord, I'll see you in the Discord. If not, I'll see you with videos and, if all goes well, a stream on Saturday. But otherwise, have a good rest of your weekend. Have a good rest of your week. Have a good rest of your forever, forever and ever. I'll see you guys later. Goodbye. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. Goodbye. Bye.